My favorite part of the high school is how close everyone is and how there's always someone you can relate to and how everyone's kind of just there for you when you need them.
Everyone is in the school.
It's gonna take a little time while you're waiting like a
Definitely how close and spirited everybody is.
across the park, backseat on the 79. Wasted days you've come to pass. So go, I know you would not stay. It wasn't true.
The sense of accomplishment at the end of each year. I love the studio! Being in G212.
You walk up the stairs, see the French kids by the door. Up one more flight, see the boot on the second floor. Call
Everything!
right. So go, I know
You have to keep moving forward.
it wasn't true, but anyway, racist dreams you should not hide. No excuse to be so careless. Dress yourself in bleeding mattress. Charm your way
Quay Way.
Khyber Pass. Stay away to break the habit. Singing
My favorite part is the cafeteria.
Jackson Crowder. Watch your step along the archer.
The thing that I love most about Township is the connection I get with my teachers.
Stay away to break the habit. Singing praise of Jackson Crowder. Watch your step along the archer. Glass!
Performing in this very auditorium.
You would not stay. It wasn't true, but anyway, population.
Hang out with Neil McCreamy.
Coming in to see everyone every day is my favorite part.
Monthly Rewind, Season 19.
Hey Township, welcome to Monthly Rewind Season 19. I will be your host for this evening, Anna Bradley. Now before we start, I want to acknowledge our brand new set. We figured it's a new year full of new ideas, so why not start it off by changing it up a little bit and giving Rewind a brand new face. And with that, let's get started. What you just saw was my very own opening. Now we're going to move on to Taylor Fontana with Renaissance.
For many years, Renaissance Club has been a very important part of Washington Township High School. However, over the years, they've become less popular and attracted fewer members each year. And now, unless you're directly involved with the club, no one really knows what they do.
Isn't that like where the gold and blue cards come from?
Don't they do a rally?
Renaissance actually puts together many fundraisers, organizes events and benefits, and also has a rally for all Renaissance card holders. This year, the club plans to get itself back on the map. So far this year, the club has attracted over 50 new members and are already planning many new things thanks to the new co-presidents, John and Christy.
I'm Christy Kenny, co-president of Renaissance, along with
John Lucid, also your co-president. Love you guys.
Both John and Christy are promising new presidents who plan to bring many new things to Renaissance Club. This year, they're coining the term Renaissance Rebirth in order to get the club back on the map.
Renaissance Rebirth is pretty much the term we use to describe how this year is just going to be a complete jump start from the past, and it's going to be more involved, and we're going to get more focused. And rebirth obviously means to come up and be alive again, and then Renaissance also means that. So we're just kind of doing it just to get everybody hype and get ready.
What I'm looking forward to most is definitely the rallies, because that's going to be how we're going to put our names back on the list of like one of the biggest clubs. So the fall rally and spring rally, watch out for those.
Many people are very excited to see what the two new co-presidents have to bring to the club this year. The two most optimistic people about the club are the two advisors, Miss Monaco and Miss Miraz.
Very excited about John and Christy being our presidents this year. I think it's great that we have co-presidents just because of everything they're involved with. One can't be here, the other one is here. We never miss a beat. They're very excited with our whole new theme of Renaissance Rebirth, rebuilding everything, bringing Renaissance back, and resurging and rising up.
I think what they'll probably change the most is trying to bring new life into Renaissance, into the club, to make it more interesting, to make kids want to come out and be a part of it, by creating new fundraisers and new interest in the rallies that we have in the fall and in the spring. So I think that'll probably be the biggest impact that they have.
Thanks to the new members and the two new co-presidents of Renaissance, everyone's very excited to see what they have to offer this year. Many people are most excited for the new events and benefits and even a dance sponsored by Renaissance. The club is most looking forward to the two rallies that are going to take place in the spring and the fall. This has been Taylor Fontana reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 19.
9/11 was one of the most tragic days in all of American history. Grant tells us more.
13 years ago, on September 11, 2001, the lives of every American would change forever. What started off as a perfectly normal, sunny September day would soon turn into a day we will never forget. As millions of Americans sat in traffic rushing to get to work on time, as millions of parents hurried their kids out of the door to get to school on time, it happened. At 8:46 a.m., Flight 11 crashed into the North Face Tower between floors 93 and 99. People below the impact zone began to evacuate, while people above it were trapped. With the building lacking a steel frame, it was already in compromise. At 9:03 a.m., people watched in horror as Flight 173 crashed into the South Face Tower between floors 77 and 85. At 9:58 a.m., the South Tower collapsed, and at 10:28 a.m., the North Tower collapsed. An attempt to use Flight 93 was a failure, as the heroics of the passengers resulted in the plane crashing in the field. The devastation of September 11, 2001 will never be forgotten. It was the deadliest attack on the U.S. in our history. I decided to go around Washington Township High School to see what happened on 9/11 in Washington Township and how our teachers feel about it.
Okay. I was in my classroom right here in 830. I was teaching a history class, and there was a knock at the door, and it was Colonel Gaynor from the ROTC. And I went to the door and I opened it, and he said, "Bob, whatever you do, just turn on your TV. Something's happened in New York at the Trade Center." So I didn't normally keep my TV on after homeroom, so I turned it on, and basically right in front of our eyes as we finished out that class, we were watching the incident unfold live. And in fact, we actually saw the second plane hit the second tower. So the one thing that I'll remember the most about that was the shock amongst the staff and the kids. When classes changed, you could hear a pin drop in the hallway. And if people were talking, they were talking very quietly amongst themselves about what they had seen, because pretty much every TV was on in this building, and it just was surreal. As the day went on, more and more information came out about the Pentagon strike, and we just were numb, just like pretty much everybody else.
So, on 9/11, when everything happened, in those days we did have the TVs, but we never really had them on in the classrooms. And I was on my prep period, so I was down in the faculty room, and we didn't have any TV at all down there. And I went from the faculty room towards the end of the period, like 10 minutes left, into the main office to check my mailbox, and they had the TV on. And you could see the first building had the plane in it, and it was on fire. And I was talking to the secretaries, and they were telling me what was going on. And I see, I'm still getting the chills thinking about it. It was really like, oh my God, oh my God. So I came back here when the bell rang, and I had seniors that period. Like that next period coming in, I had seniors. So I did put the TV on, and we were watching it, and we were talking about, like, we didn't know what was happening. We really did not know it was a terrorist attack. We thought a plane crashed into the building. So we had no idea what was happening. And as we were watching it, we saw the second plane go into the second tower. And that was one of the scariest things I think I ever saw in my life.
September 11, 2001, I was here, I was working. I was off second period, and I remember watching the news, right, and as the second plane flew into the Twin Towers. And at that point I remember thinking, well, this is not an accident, because that's what we had thought, that's what I had thought up to there. This was not an accident. This is deliberate, and it's an act of terror. And the whole rest of that day was just consumed with trying to process what was going on, trying to let my classes know, because we had permission to leave our classroom TVs on, trying to let my classes know what was going on, but also trying to keep everything under control in the sense that you didn't want people panicking, you didn't want people getting afraid that this was going to spread and spread and spread and continue to spread until it reached here or reached them. So it was a day of very intense emotion, yet trying to keep a stiff upper lip and basically it was a process of education the whole day.
The devastation from that day will never be forgotten, but our country has rebounded from the devastation. We have increased security measures to ensure that this will never happen again. We responded by calling war on all terrorists and making sure they would not hurt our country again. We responded by building Ground Zero to honor the noble and brave people that lost their lives on September 11th. We proved to terrorists that we are strong and that we are all proud to be Americans. This has been Grant Alexander, Season 19.
Are you curious about Monthly Rewind? Neil McCreaney fills us in on Monthly Rewind Season 19.
Monthly Rewind is WTICast's video broadcasting journalism class, which is beginning its 19th season. And with 19 seasons comes 19 casts, for at the end of each school year, the current cast says goodbye, and come September, the next cast is ready to go. Beginning in 1995, Monthly Rewind has grown into what it is today, which is an inspiring group of young individuals seeking to further their experience in the field of communications. Monthly Rewind, being a third-level class, comes with its own set of difficulties, including a lot of work and a difficult selection process to get into the class. In addition to having completed the prior 2 levels in order to get into Monthly Rewind, you must also fill out an application, go through an interview with Mr. Bouchard, have teacher recommendations, and a look at your grades. Once in the class, the students produce a variety of things from individual segments every month to interview shows for the athletic director, principal, and guidance. Students are aware of the work coming into the class and have their own reasons for joining.
I chose to do Rewind again because I want to major in TV and film. I don't want to stick to a desk job, that just scares me.
I decided to do Rewind because this is what I want to do when I'm older. I want to be a producer. I want to make it big, as big as I can. Obviously, so does everyone else, but I definitely am trying to work hard at it right now.
Because I kind of want a career in the TV and movie field, and I thought this would be a really good experience for me to get to that goal.
This year, the cast of 14 students consists of 5 returning members and 9 new ones. With almost the entire year ahead of them, the 14 individuals have different hopes for the year to come.
I just hope I can get everyone's ideas out and just sort of help everyone with as much as I can. It's a team. It's not like one individual person. So as long as we can do this all and help each other out, and it should be good.
I mean, it's a big goal, but I would hope that we could pull off the best season yet.
Returning members have their own unique outlook on the year.
Overall for the season, I think it'd be great if we could get all the shows done on time. Produce some quality segments for myself as well as the rest of the class. Just have some segments that are different, that are interesting, and keep the viewers' attention.
This year in Rewind, I really want to, just make better segments and focus on like the editing behind it and everything like that. And I really hope that together we can just produce a great show that people want to watch and they look forward to.
The class itself is run by Mr. Bouchard with help from this year's producer Anna Bradley. These two work together to help supervise the cast throughout the year.
I think the season is going pretty good so far because everybody's really doing a good job and they really care about the program, and I feel like they're going to do really well for the rest of the year.
So far it's been really good. Everybody seems to be getting along really well. They seem motivated and excited about being here.
Monthly Rewind airs every Wednesday at 9 o'clock with a new show airing the first Wednesday of every month. The students work diligently throughout the month to create the best show possible. Don't forget to tune in every month for more Monthly Rewind. This is Neil McCreaney reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 19.
Summer may be over, but coming back to school isn't too bad. Tom Brennan tells us more.
It's that time of year again. Everyone went shopping for the new clothes and school supplies for the school year. Many people worked hard on their summer work while others have not.
I think summer work's a good thing in some ways because it helps us be productive and keeps knowledge in our brain for when we go back to school.
I don't like it because it takes away my summertime and it's too much work, and I like to hang out with my friends.
Not only have students prepared for the school year, but teachers have as well. Setting up their classroom, getting supplies, and making their lesson plans. Teachers also have expectations for their students for the school year.
Well, I hope they read more and begin to be serious students.
I want all of my students to succeed. I want them all to try their hardest. I want them to be challenged. And I want them to have fun while they're learning. What more could a teacher want?
Many students have mixed feelings about being in high school as well.
It's really great. I'm looking forward to a great 4 years, and I'm just glad to be here with all my friends.
It's great. I love coming to class, and I like everybody here, and I'm halfway done high school, and it's crazy.
When you think about it, it's actually pretty crazy because when you come into high school, people say like, oh, it's 4 years, and people say, oh, it's like upperclassmen. They say, oh, it flies by so fast, and you don't think that because it's 4 years, but it ends up being actually very quick. So you should probably cherish the memories that you have in high school because it only happens once.
I absolutely love being a senior. It's definitely met the expectations that like everyone said. It's awesome being a bleacher creature and like having a senior kickoff dance, and it's awesome. I love it.
I wish everyone good luck over this 2014-2015 school year. This is Tommy Brennan reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 19.
Steve Gentili gives us an inside look on one of Township's most prosperous sports, boys soccer.
After an exhilarating 25-1 season, Washington Township boys soccer is back in action. Even with the loss of 6 of their graduating starting seniors, Shane Snyder and the rest of the boys are ready for this up-and-coming season.
We hope to take the momentum we had last year and continue with it. A lot of experience coming back, so we hope that we continue to play good soccer and share the ball, and we don't get caught into the trap of I have to score as opposed to the team needs to score.
We expect a lot of success. We have a lot of talent, so we expect a lot of wins and a lot of success.
This season, we're definitely going to come out and try to be as successful as possible and definitely have fun. So a couple goals we set early was to get to the state title and try to win and do well in the Coaches Cup and win the conference.
Taking a look back on last season may give us a sneak peek of this upcoming year. The boys have made a name for themselves in South Jersey as a boys soccer powerhouse. However, Coach Snyder and the guys anticipate tough games ahead against rival schools.
Well, every team's going to play us tough, and every game's going to be a tough game, but toughest, I have to say, probably Cherokee.
Toughest opponent, since we already lost to Eastern, that's definitely going to be a hard match. Second time we play them around. Cherokee always gives us a good fight, and really any game in the state competition and Coaches Cups will always be harder than that.
I think all the conference teams, I think probably tonight's game with Cherokee, I think they probably have the next best team, and then you have Lenape and Eastern and Shawnee and East and West. So all the conference teams in our league are really good.
The boys ended up defeating Cherokee 3-2 in their first game of the season. Both the coaching staff and the players on the team agreed that leadership on and off the field mold the team into an unstoppable force. The boys vote on 3 seniors to be their captains for the season. Having them choose their leaders instead of the coach shows their opinion and qualities as a captain should advocate.
We just selected our captains yesterday, so the kids voted on it. And so there's Ed McCusker, Lou Velati, and Dan Marino. So we expect them to carry themselves with the most class they can on and off the field. They represent us, the program, the school, the parents, the players, and so they're face of the program. So we expect them to do everything the right way and to put the team first, and that's what we've seen so far.
It means a lot that like all the guys voted for me, and just being a captain, just doing the right things all the time when no one's watching. But everyone's a leader on this team. It's just nice that they gave me that title.
Well, my teammates elected me as captain, so that was definitely a positive, and I want to make sure I continue to be a leader and help my team whatever way I can. And me, Lou, and Ed feel like we have control of the team and can hopefully make an impact and make sure that we're as successful as possible this season.
Clearly the boys have a lot to look forward to this year. With the season started and their goals set high, the record already stands at 6-1. I'm Stephen Gentili, reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 19.
It's that time again. Here's Zach with this month's edition of Monthly Rewind Mail Time.
Hey there, Township, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Monthly Rewind Mail Time. This is the first one for Season 19, so let's get the season started off with a bang. Okay, looks like we got some mail. Good. Dear Zach, after watching Season 18, I really fell in love with Monthly Rewind. As I want to be in Rewind my junior and senior year, I decided to take Comtech my sophomore year. I am Mr. Bouchard, and he's one of my favorite teachers. But I have a question for you. Why is Mr. Bouchard bald? From Matt. Well, Matt, there's several things I could tell you about Mr. Bouchard being bald. While I have many theories on why Mr. Bouchard's bald, that wouldn't make a good mail time segment. So I decided to ask the cast of Season 19 why they think Mr. Bouchard is bald. And here are some of the responses I got.
I heard that he was making waffles one day and his toaster caught on fire, and when he ran out, he realized he forgot his wiener dog and had to run back inside, and all his hair caught on fire.
I feel like he was born with like a full head of hair, and like he had that, and then he hit like high school, and he started having problems with ladies, and like the stress caught up to him and everything. It just started falling out, and yeah, now he's bald.
Like I heard in high school, Bouchard was voted like best hair, and then like at graduation, him and his friends decided to like celebrate, and they were like shooting off fireworks. One went like stray, hit him in the head, lit his hair on fire, burned it all off. He's been bald ever since.
Well, I heard that he slayed the ginormous tyrannical dragon Smog when he was trying to steal all this gold and stuff, and like he just totally just took a sword and just went right into his jaw, and like the fire just got all in his hair and completely singed it off, and just now he can't grow it back.
When the rebels were on the way to attack the Death Star, Mr. Bouchard got caught in crossfire on his way to a burger joint, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest is history.
While it's nice to believe Mr. Bouchard fought a dragon or he set off some fireworks and it seized all his hair off, that's not the real reason. In reality, Mr. Bouchard is a man of his word, and he keeps promises.
He made a bet with one of his students, and when he lost the bet, he had to shave his head on camera. But it was for a good thing, and he kept his word, and he digged the hairstyle, so he just kept it ever since.
So after all these years, you guys finally figured out why Mr. Bouchard's bald. Father Rewind is a great teacher. I really enjoy him, and really have a lot of respect for him. Thank you for the letter, Matt. Keep sending more so we can have some more mail time segments. But for right now, for the September edition of Monthly Rewind Mail Time, I'm Zach Burkhart, reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 19.
What better way to start off your senior year than going to a dance with all of your grade? Here's Hannah with more on senior kickoff.
Every year, a new senior class has to come to the realization that graduation is just around the corner. Each year, this senior kickoff dance, which takes place right here in Quay Way, becomes more and more popular. This acts as a way to help seniors kick off their senior year.
I plan on kicking off my senior year the exact way that I want it to end, along with my 600 graduating senior class.
I want to do as much as I possibly can.
Together! And with the other 598 people. It's going to be awesome.
Yes. I plan on starting my senior year with a bang. I mean, it's the last year of high school, and high school honestly has been the best time of my life, so why not make every moment of it count?
Spending time together is a huge aspect of high school. Most seniors find that senior kickoff is the best way to begin this bonding experience.
I think senior kickoff is a great way for all the seniors to come together and start off senior year with a positive note.
I mean, I think it's already giving off a good vibe. Like, what a better way to start the year than having the majority of our grade in one place at one time. It's going to be awesome.
I think that senior kickoff dance is definitely better than freshman and sophomore year just because it's a great way to start off our senior year, and we're all already kind of like one family, so I think it's awesome to be all together.
Because of this strong bond, many seniors lean on each other to become more independent when graduation rolls around.
Graduation is definitely bittersweet. I'm definitely excited to move on and to look forward to my future, but I love high school and I love the people that I'm here with and everything that I do and I'm involved in, and I'm not really ready to let it go just yet.
I'm very, very excited to graduate, but I don't want to make time go any faster than it already is because I really want to enjoy this year.
I'm not ready for it yet.
It's kind of insane that graduation is right around the corner. It feels like just yesterday I was a freshman and they all said it would fly by and I never believed it, but it really did.
Although graduation is a very frightening milestone, senior kickoff helps this ride to success become a little smoother. This year, however, senior kickoff experienced a change in plans due to the rain.
It is a little disappointing that senior kickoff dance can't be in Quay Way, but I think it was still a great turnout. There's so many people here, and what matters is being together, so I think it's going to be great.
I wanted it to be outside, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess.
I'm a little sad the senior kickoff is inside. Of course, I would love for it to be in Quay Way because it's Quay Way, but honestly, you know, the venue really doesn't matter. It's who you're there with and how you're spending your time, so I'm very excited that we're having it no matter what.
Even though this year's senior kickoff dance was moved indoors due to the rain, that didn't stop the class of 2015. With a final show of over 300 students, this year's dance was definitely a success. This has been Hannah Hudnall reporting for Monthly Rewind Season 19.
Let's kick it back a few grades and switch over to Kylie with more on incoming freshmen.
New school, new class, new family, 2018. The upcoming freshmen have a lot on their plate this year, and the change can seem a little overwhelming. With new faces, hundreds of activities to choose from, and a mile-long school, the change can seem almost unbearable. Combine that with the media's portrayal of high school and the rumors told by upperclassmen, and the result is an extremely frightened and confused freshman. With all these things included, not many of the upcoming freshmen knew what to expect.
When I came to high school, I expected to get lost all the time, for the upperclassmen to be rude, and all my classes to be hard.
I expected a lot harder teachers. I expected getting lost a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Although most of the freshmen seemed to have fears, this wasn't the way reality turned out to be.
I actually knew more people than I thought from sports and stuff, and I never got lost once.
I think middle school was harder than high school, actually. The teachers are easier, the homework's not as much. But I definitely did get lost, so.
Upperclassmen are really nice. I don't get lost at all, really, and classes are pretty easy so far.
The freshmen mostly got these crazy expectations of high school from the stereotypes we see portrayed in movies, TV shows, or stories we've all seen and heard. It can be pretty petrifying seeing the way high school is shown and then stepping right into its reality.
We've all seen the bullies, the drama, and the craziness that high school is full of, and the freshmen got a little taste of how the stereotypes compare to what it's truly like.
People getting like shoved in a locker and stuff like that.
Shoved into a locker or anything.
I mean, yeah, I haven't really seen people get shoved into lockers.
I think the stereotypes are kind of dumb because like nobody gets shoved in a locker. You go to your class, do your own thing. Don't mess with anybody else. Like that's all it is.
Here at WTHS, however, the possibilities are endless. There are so many things for everyone, including the freshmen, to get involved in. Most of them are looking ahead and getting excited for what's to come.
Like sports, I wanted like our team to go far in like the states and stuff, and I don't know, just make a lot of friends.
I'm looking forward to all the dances because I like dancing, and I'm looking forward to going to the senior trip. Everything that's ahead, pretty much.
I'm really looking forward to like make a lot of new friends and really do good in school and get involved in as much stuff as possible.
Although it seems distant now, the years will fly by and the freshmen will be graduating before they know it. Some already have their goals set for their future after WTHS.
I'll be, well, obviously a graduated student, and then hopefully going on to college for business or something.
I see myself in a good college, doing what I want to be, I guess. I mean, right now I want to be an English teacher, but I bet you in 4 years it'll be something different because 4 years back I wanted to be like a vet. That was never going to happen once I figured out what I had to study. So,
although most freshmen were terrified of stepping out of their close-knit and comfortable middle schools, they came to realize that freshman year is a step towards big things, and 2018 is most definitely ready to take on what our high school has to offer. This is Kylie Finnegan reporting for Monthly Rewind Season 19.
Do you ever wonder what happens behind the scenes of the homecoming court? Here's Jill Calandra with more.
Every year, the senior girls at WTHS anxiously await September to hear the nominations for the homecoming court. The members of the senior class each get 2 votes to elect the girls that they see fit to represent their class. But who's behind the scenes counting the tallies and recording the votes? Township's very own student council. As the days get closer, the members of student council work extra hard to put this show together. For over 10 years, seniors have been electing homecoming court and voting on who they see fit to be their new homecoming queen. 12 selected girls all grow to become best friends as they spend every moment of the September and October month together. They pick their escorts, learn their dance, and make their t-shirts as the days count down. On the day of the homecoming game, we see 12 beautiful girls being escorted down the track. But how do they get there? Behind the scenes, student council gets the job done. A couple weeks before the summer starts, members of the student council come up with a plan to get this event together. They first buy 12 crowns and make 12 sashes for the girls to wear. Then they work on all the paperwork and plan each practice to be sure the show runs smoothly. A couple days after the voting, once the ballots have been counted, student council members are positioned outside of each girl's first period door, ready to crown the newly elected court. Not only are the students involved, but also the advisors, Ms. Mason and Ms. Malloy. The advisors work hard to get the homecoming dance together, selling tickets and making sure each kid that can participate is in attendance. This is a very fun process that everyone looks forward to because it has so many positive aspects. Each and every person involved has a different outlook on the event.
Probably the day of, just trying to get the girls dressed, the escorts dressed, the flower boys dressed. The girls are all excited and sometimes they like lose track of what they're doing, so we have to kind of keep them on top of things, but it's all worth it.
The hardest part is really the ticket sales for the homecoming dance. The homecoming court girls really step up and really, once they're announced, they really take a big initiative to be where they need to be. But the hardest part is the dance part of making sure every kid who's eligible for a ticket gets a ticket.
The best part is definitely the end, finding out who's homecoming queen and how excited they are.
The best part is the homecoming day when the queen is announced.
After hours of preparation, hard work, rushing around, and time management, the court is ready to be announced. Without the hard work of student council and their advisors, the show would not be as great as it is today. The moments count down as the seniors anxiously await the announcement of the homecoming court. This is Jillian Calandra reporting from Monthly Rewind Season 19.
The high school isn't the only place with amazing sports. Here's Kayla on intramural soccer.
Every fall, several Washington Township high school students kick off a soccer season that is independent from the high school. Students ages 14 to 18 arrive at Washington Lake Park every week to play Washington Township Parks and Rec soccer. 70 players make up 5 township teams that play against one another. Each team plays 12 games during the season, followed by a playoff period in which every team is included. High school students and WTPR coaches believe that WTPR soccer has a lot to offer.
I love WTPR soccer because, I've been playing since I was maybe 5 years old, and I'm a senior in high school now. And it's something that I've been able to keep up with every year and participate in.
I like how you get to just come out and play soccer, and it's competitive, but it's not so much so as the school soccer, because if you lose at the school, it's depressing. But here, it's just kind of whatever, play, it's fun.
One of the things that I do enjoy most for the girls is that it gives them an opportunity to play with different players every year. They get to be out on the field, they get to meet new friends.
Players agree that playing WTPR soccer during the school year has a positive effect on high school students.
For me, I actually play tennis for the high school as well as intramural soccer during the fall season. So it is tough, just because it is extra time, but honestly, it's a stress reliever. Tennis can be stressful, school can be stressful between AP honors classes and just all other activities that all of us are involved in. WTBR soccer is a nice escape for each of us to just go and hang out and get some exercise, have some fun.
It makes me make time to play sports. Otherwise, I wouldn't do anything. I'd be doing my homework the entire day after school, but when I know I have a soccer game, I plan around it and I make sure I have time to play and have fun.
For the first time, WTPR soccer players are wearing official Major League Soccer uniforms. The 5 MLS teams being represented are the Philadelphia Union, New York Red Bulls, Chicago Fire, Houston Dynamo, and New England Revolution. The players and coaches have mixed feelings about the new uniforms.
They're interesting. They're lovely color, but I do like that they're named after the different teams. I've gone to see Union, and it's cool.
It gives recognition to MLS. However, I think for the girls' side, it would have been good if we had the women's professional soccer teams on the jerseys versus the men.
WTPR players and coaches prefer participating in WTPR soccer over other levels of soccer.
I actually did play travel soccer for 1 year in 8th grade, and I was not a big fan because growing up I was used to playing WTPR soccer, and WTPR is very different from travel soccer. You have to be accustomed to one or the other, and I actually prefer WTPR soccer.
I think so many high school students choose intramural versus high school because it is a fun way that is not as competitive, and the commitment level is not as intense, so that they can be involved in other activities or programs at the high school and still be involved in a sport that they love, because really by the time you get to become a high school student, if you're going to continue playing any intramural sport, you love the sport.
Washington Township Parks and Rec Soccer helps students stay active, have fun, manage their time, and meet new friends. Players and coaches enjoy the competitive yet relaxed nature of intramural soccer without the intense pressures that are involved in playing high school-sponsored sports. WTPR Soccer provides busy high school students with a way to continue playing the sport they love. This is Kayla Bride reporting for Monthly Rewind Season 19.
With all of its newcoming members, the gymnastics team is doing better than ever. Abby Haley tells us more.
Chances are, at some point in your Washington Township high school career, you've attended a football game or heard about the boys' record-breaking soccer season. But what about the sports that pass under the radar, seldom attended by the school's enormous fan base? Today, we take a closer look at the girls' gymnastics team and the effort behind a successful competition period.
Practices for this team begin each year in early August, giving the athletes roughly a month to perfect their routines. During this time, the gymnasts can be found hard at work every single day on one of the 4 apparatuses: vault, bars, beam, and floor. With a maximum score of a 10.0 on each event, coaches Glennie Elmore and Lauren Pilecchia work alongside the girls to minimize each event's deductions and judges' perspective.
Judges are looking for a clean routine, a routine that moves very quickly but smoothly, and they're looking for artistry.
So they want to see form, grace. That's what is unique about our sport, which makes people want to watch it. and they want to see elegance and excellence.
After taking the coach's expertise into consideration, it's time to commit each refined skill to muscle memory, so that in the heat of the moment, even the most difficult movements seem effortless. But staying calm under pressure can be just as difficult as the skills themselves. All of the girls react differently to this mixture of adrenaline and nerves before they even step foot in front of the judges.
I feel really nervous, but it's really exciting.
I usually try to picture myself doing the skill, and then I know that I can do it. I kind of feel it first, and then I go. Feel good.
I listen to everybody cheering for me, and then I just do it. Nike.
Although this 12-member team consists of 3 different grades, regardless of age, everyone has a positive attitude towards joining or rejoining the team this year.
Well, last year's record, we kind of didn't score very well, but since this year we have new people and new skills, it's looking good.
It's exciting to be here. I feel less anxious because I talk to more people now, and it's a lot of fun. I feel happier.
With high hopes for this promising season, the gymnastics team of 2014 will stop at nothing to reach their goals. Just a spark of victory was all they needed to ignite an entire season of greatness. Thanks for watching, Township. I'm Abby Haley, reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 19.
They say it's the greatest year of school you'll ever have. Here's Lindsay with more on senior year.
Excited for senior trip this year. Homecoming. Prom. Homecoming game. Senior service day is my favorite.
I'm in. I'm excited to win a state championship.
I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I stretched my hands out to the sky. We danced with monsters through the night. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now.
Wait. Let's rewind a little bit. And here we are.
With the start of a new school year comes new classes, new grades, new experiences, and new teachers. Among all the returning students here at WTHS, the class of 2015 is definitely the most excited. Why, you might ask? Easy, senior year. Senior year is supposed to be the best year of your life. From homecoming to powder puff, senior trip, last dance, and graduation, the class of 2015 has a jam-packed schedule to ensure the best year of their lives.
With all the activities that senior year has to offer, it is tough to pick a favorite. However, students each have a reason they favor one activity over the other.
I'm really looking forward to graduation because I'll get to start a new chapter in my life and meet new people and start college and begin my life.
I think I'm looking forward to senior trip the most just because I'm excited to go have fun with all my friends, you know?
The event I'm looking forward to is prom. You get to spend time with everyone, and senior trip as well. Just get to bond and have fun.
It is no doubt that senior year has many fun events to offer. Unfortunately, senior year is not all fun and games. With college looming, the beginning of senior year is extremely stressful.
College is really stressful. A lot of the seniors don't know what's going on. I'm one of them. I really have to go down and figure out what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going to apply. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's kind of stressful.
College applications are really stressful because they kind of determine what you're going to be doing for the next 4 years of your life. So it's really important to make them the best that they can be. But you have all this other work that you have to do on top of everything. So,
besides the stresses of this most important year, there are also many privileges. A big privilege of senior year is senior parking spots. Students express their feelings on this right.
The senior parking privilege is great because I don't have to wake up extra early to take the bus, and I can go where I want to go after school, and I don't have to take the late bus, so it's really convenient.
I like the senior parking privilege. It's definitely better than taking the bus and hearing the freshmen be annoying. And you can always leave whatever in your car and not forget it. That's a big one.
But who could forget the most important factor of senior year? Posting in Quay Way. Quay Way is an outside hallway that is used for passage between classes. Posting is to hang, chill, or relax with friends. Seniors are very picky about their Quay Way posts. This means 2015 only. Seniors share their opinions on posting.
Well, when you first go out there, you either go to the bench or you go to the stage. Usually I'm a stage person. I just like to sit out there. It's just refreshing to go out there between classes, honestly. I don't know, it's just kind of a senior thing. Like, it's what the seniors do. It's only them.
We hang out in Quay Way, and it's been a tradition because seniors always post out in Quay Way and hang out with their friends between classes.
Students are optimistic about what senior year will hold. Each student wants to get a different gain out of senior year.
For this year, I'm just thinking that we're all going to get really close. The football games, we had the first one last week, and it was fun. We're all together. We're like a family. This year's the year to bond before we all leave.
I'm so pumped for this year. There's so many activities, let's go,
With senior year underway, everyone adjusts to being the new top dogs, colleges, and senior privileges, and all the activities here that WTHS has to offer. To the senior class, make the most of your senior year. It goes by faster than you can even imagine. This is Lindsay Kane reporting for Monthly Rewind, Season 19.
Are you a freshman having trouble staying organized in school? Well, have no fear, because Mackenzie Parker is here.
In a high school full of students, insane teachers, and posts in Quay Way, Mackenzie Parker, that's me, and my two best friends try to do the impossible, create a guide to help you survive school.
Coming up, looking out, I'll survive, no doubt. Never fear, bring it on, break it down, what's in my way?
Organization. This is every high schooler's biggest problem. We start the year off so fresh and ready to spend another year in school. Everyone wants to do their best and tries not to make the same mistakes as last year. A big key to doing well is staying organized. This includes your binders and locker. In the beginning of every year, it is recommended to buy color-coded binders. This reduces confusion for which binder is for each class. In your binder, you should include a notebook and 5 color-coded tabs. You should label each tab to create certain sections to sort your papers that you receive. Throughout the year, you should place the papers in each tab accordingly and not just stuff them in the front pocket like every other student does. It is important to keep a notebook with lined paper in your binder because the people around you will eventually get tired of giving you paper whenever it is time to take notes. Once your binders are organized, they need a neat place to be stored, like your locker. It is essential to keep this place clean. Try to keep your papers organized in your binders and not stuffed all over the bottom of the locker. To try and prevent that, some students like to purchase shelves that they can stack their books on in an orderly fashion. Others like to organize their binders in the order of their classes to avoid confusion when trying to quickly switch books. This helps save lots of time. Not having the stress of trying to find assignments will allow you to efficiently complete your work. If you follow these tips, you will be starting off to a very successful year. Until next time, this is Mackenzie Parker reporting from Monthly Rewind, Season 19.
Well, that is all we have for you this month, Township. Tune in next month and every month for more Monthly Rewind, Season 19. Have a great night.